practice in the gi, we have to wear a rash guard of some sort underneath the gi. So you can't just have the gi on with no shirt on underneath. So I had never, for as long as I've been training, I had never worn a gi without a rash guard underneath it. And I started doing some privates with a Brazilian black belt on Fridays. It would just be me and him. And he would show up and he would just have the gi with no rash guard underneath. And I was like, why do you do that? He said, I think it's more comfortable. So I started trying it during our private lessons. And I got to tell you, I agree with him. Like when I first started, the gi was super uncomfortable. And frankly, I hated it. I thought it was too hot, too heavy. I felt like I was wearing a suit of cardboard. And I just didn't like it. I mean, I just didn't. I like gi more. I thought no gi was more comfortable, more realistic, and all that. Yeah. I've changed my mind about that within the last year or so. But the point is, I started. You can't train when there are like people of their sex, women, and stuff without a rash guard underneath. But when you're doing a private lesson, you can. And I got to tell you, man, I think that is super, super comfortable. Plus, this is going to sound stupid, but I feel more Brazilian. But I feel like I can move better a little bit. It's weird. So, but anyway, I know there's a big controversy between gi and no gi. I have some opinions on that, but I like them both, bottom line.
So let's kind of jump into that. How has your opinion changed about gi to no gi in your time doing jiu-jitsu and as you mature as a practitioner?
Yeah, so the short version, the kind of bottom line version is the better I get at jiu-jitsu, the more I like the gi. And I think that's because the gi, and I think very few people would disagree with it, there's more technique in the gi. There's more things you can do. The no-gi is, to me, a lot, especially in some of these rule sets, is basically a wrestling match with some jiu-jitsu mixed in. And that's fun. And I love the wrestling component of it, but I'm 50 years old, and so I don't want to go in there and do double legs all day long against Pedro Moreno. I mean, I wouldn't last 2 minutes, right? And so as an older grappler, I can slow you down and control you better when we're in the gi. Now, the flip side of that is I'm 6'1", 220, and played college basketball, so I'm a pretty good athlete. So when I'm no gi, I feel like I can in other words, people can control me in the gi better too. Going against black belts in the gi is harder than it is in no gi because I can use my size and my quickness and my athleticism more in the no gi than I can in the gi. Like I go against Olpiano in the gi, and he's a 4-stripe black belt, OG in the jiu-jitsu community, and he will choke me from every angle you can possibly imagine. Whereas when we do no gi, I mean, he still kills me. It just takes a little longer, you know.